This is 8th grade history, Miss Decker's Chapter 10 test. Make sure that when you're done that you click on the button that says Mark as Done when you're done. Thank you. Pause as you need to and go at your own pace in between questions. The Federalist era, content vocab directions, or you're just going to select the vocab term for the box that best matches each definition. Write the correct term in the space provided. Your vocabulary will be precedent, bond, caucus, nullify, cabinet, impressment, alien, states' rights, partisan, and sedition. Number 1, definition, firmly favoring one party or faction. Write the term. Number 2, a group of advisors to a president. Number 3, a meeting of members of a political party to choose candidates for upcoming elections. Number 4, certificate that promises to repay borrowed money in the future. Number 5, a person living in a country who is not a citizen of that country. Number 6, seizing people against their will and forcing them to serve in the military or other public service. Number 7, the idea that states should have all powers that the Constitution does not give the federal government or forbid to the states. Number 8, something done or said that becomes an example for others to follow. Number 9, to legally overturn. And number 10, activities aimed at weakening the established government. Okay, Section C, combined vocab reinforcement. Directions are, write the vocab words from the box on each line to complete the sentences. Not every word will be used. Your words are nullify, bond, caucus, precedent, maintain, issue, impressment, aliens, states' rights, cabinet, resolve, distinct, sedition, accumulate, compromise, uniform, and partisan. Number 1, George Washington was aware of the blank he was setting with his words and actions as he was inaugurated as the first president of the United States. Make sure if you are not 100% sure, just skip it and come back. Fill in the ones you know, and then go back. Number 2, Washington's close advisors were known as his blank. Number 3, Alexander Hamilton proposed that the new government of the United States pay off the blank sold during the war in full. Number 4, the British Navy continued their practice of blank of American sailors, causing an international crisis.
Attention, any 8th grade basketball players, go to the gym and see Coach Pierce and get dressed. Thank you. Get ready for your pictures.
Number 5, although he tried not to be blank, Washington often sided with Alexander Hamilton in matters of state. Number 6, to prepare for the presidential election of 1796, both the Federalists and the Republicans held blank to choose their party's candidates for office. Number 7, immigrants who live in a country and are not citizens are known as blank. Number 8, activities that weaken the government are called blank. Number 9, the Kentucky resolutions suggested that states might blank certain federal laws. Number 10, the principle of blank suggests that the powers of the federal government should be limited to those clearly assigned to it by the Constitution. Number 11, Congress members debated whether to have a blank national legal system or leave rulings up to state courts. Number 12, the government had to show protesters it would use force to blank order if necessary. Number 13, government leaders worked hard to blank disputes in order to avoid conflicts and wars. Number 14, Alexander Hamilton proposed a blank with southern states to support placing the national capital in the South if they supported his plan to pay off states' debts. Your directions for multiple choice just indicate the answer choice that best answers the question. Number 1, who was the nation's first vice president? A. Benjamin Franklin, B. George Washington, C. John Adams, D. Samuel Adams. Number 2, what is one of the liberties guaranteed in the Bill of Rights? A. Freedom of speech, B. Freedom to ban the press, C. Right to own a home, D. Right to refuse to pay taxes. Number 3, who was the first Chief Justice of the United States? A. Alexander Hamilton, B. George Washington, C. John Adams, D. John Jay. Number 4, the Judicial Act of 1789 established which kind of legal system? A. Congressional law system, B. Federal court system, C. International court system, or D. Stack court system. Number 5, to help build a strong national economy, what did Hamilton ask Congress to create? A. National bank, B. the stock market, C. trade tariffs, or D. Washington, D.C. Your short answer, you just need to answer each of the following questions. Number 6, what is a precedent? Number 7, within the executive branch, what did the 3 department heads and the Attorney General come to be known as? Number 8, who was the first leader of the new Department of State? Number 9, what act of Congress established a federal court system? Number 10, what is a speculator? Multiple choice again. Number 1, in which region of the country did taxes on whiskey lead to a rebellion? A. Boston, B. Oregon country, C. Virginia, D. Western Pennsylvania. Skip number 2. Number 3, which treaty opened most of Ohio to white settlers? A. Jay's Treaty, B. Pinckney's Treaty, C. Treaty of Greenville, or D. Treaty of Ohio. Number 4, what barred French and British warships from American ports? A. Declaration of War, B. Proclamation of Neutrality, C. Treaty of Britain, D. Treaty of Paris. Number 5. What did George Washington consider a grave danger to the new nation? A. France's influence, B. Growth of political parties, C, national taxes. D, settlers moving west. The following 6 through 10, you're going to match each item with the description. Your A through E, it's going to be neutrality, Whiskey Rebellion, Pinckney's Treaty, Edmund Genet, or impressment. You're going to match those to number 6, tax protest. 7, diplomat. 8, not taking sides. 9, forced into British Navy. 10, agreement with Spain. Your last page, multiple choice. Number 1, which political party stood for a strong federal government? A, anti-federalist. B, Democratic. C, Democratic Republican. D, Federalist. Number 2, which party feared that a strong central government would endanger people's liberties? A, anti-federalist. B, Democratic. C, Federalist. D, Republican. Number 3, who was the second president of the United States? A, Aaron Burr. B, Charles Pinckney. C, John Adams. D, Thomas Jefferson. Number 4, which of the following proposed a challenge to the constitutional authority of the national government? A, peace with France. B, political parties. C, Sedition Act. D, Virginia and Kentucky resolutions. Number 5, what divided the Federalists and hurt John Adams' chance for re-election? A, Neutrality Act. B, states' rights. C, treaty with France. D, War of France. Your last section, you're just going to complete and enter the appropriate word to complete the statements for numbers 6 through 10. Number 6, many Americans agreed with George Washington's belief that blank were harmful to good government. Number 7, the blank party admired Britain's stability. Number 8, to favor one side of an issue is to be blank. 9, President Adams referred to the 3 French agents who demanded a bribe and a loan from the Americans as blank. And your last is number 10. According to the Federalist Party's leaders, the blank acts passed in 1798 would protect the nation's security. Again, make sure you click mark as done when you're complete.